Live from the Caterpillar Global Communications Center at Bradley University, this is BUTV News.
Good evening and welcome to BUTV News. I'm Jack Rake.
And I'm Delaney Giles. Let's take a look at the news. Last week, the Foster College of Business hosted Foster Week, where many clubs within the college came together and hosted an event each day. This year in particular, the Foster College of Business celebrated 75 years at Bradley University. The events they hosted included a coffee bar, vision board making, bingo, a movie night, and a lunch. The events were put together by more than 10 clubs and were open to all students. President of the Dean's Student Advisory Council, Cassie Keller, spoke about the importance of Foster Week.
Well, it's super important to recognize kind of these milestones because it's a great achievement to be able to be running this long, and also just we have so many amazing students in the Foster College of Business that we want to recognize and be able to support those students so that way we can continue to have talented students come through.
The Foster College of Business plans to host more activities throughout the semester. If you would like to stay in touch with what the college has in store, you can follow their Instagram at BradleyUFoster.
The Bradley Bookmark Book Club just hosted their second meeting of the semester last Thursday, discussing their latest collective reading choice. Kiara Bayer has the story.
With a new month comes new things to do and new things to experience. Specifically for the Bookmark Book Club, it's updating and discussing current reads.
We try to do series. We pick one book a month. Sometimes they're series, sometimes they're not series.
According to Sarah Montgomery, the president of the Bookmark Book Club, they typically choose a book for all of them to read, discuss, and rate on a 5-star scale every meeting.
We just decided our March book, which will be The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner, which is a historical fiction book.
They also explore different genres of reading and have a theme for each month.
And then October is like murder, mystery, horror kind of. And then November we move into fantasy. December is typically dystopian.
While everything is typically scheduled for the year, this doesn't stop each of them from sharing their favorite books. For Montgomery, it's The Seven Husbands of Ellen Hugo.
It definitely was, It's basically a fantasy of a older, famous person telling a reporter her life story and why she's had all these 7 husbands, and they're all at different times, not at the same time.
For more information, you can contact Sarah at smontgomery@mail.bradley.edu for details. For BUTV News, I'm Kira Bayer.
While the rain was coming down on Monday, one fraternity took advantage of having a rainy day event. The Sigma Lambda Beta fraternity hosted DIY ice cream for all students to enjoy. Let's take a look.
The Sigma Lambda Beta fraternity hosted a DIY ice cream event this Monday. At the event, students would get bags and use ice and half to make ice cream. President of Sigma Lambda Beta, Nathan Morales, said that it was a good event to host because it was simple and brings people together. He shares what students take away from this event.
Have fun, take a break from all the school and the work that you have to do, things like that, It's just a good break and good time to socialize and, get to know people and just promoting more unity with everyone.
Morales shared that they host events throughout the semester, open to all students, because they want to welcome and include everyone in the events that they host.
We kind of want to do a lot of events just to meet new people and, to get to know us, but to also know us as hey, they have an event, Sigma Lambda Beta is having an event, things to promote, meeting new people and things like that. It's so good to just meet new people and help new people. That's a big thing about it is, college, just helping people and getting people to socialize more and to be more comfortable in college.
Morales says that it was nice to see people socialize with each other and that they enjoyed the event.
It's always good to see new faces and new people and everybody socializing, having fun, and, everyone's having. It's just a good thing to see people have smiles on their faces and being able to socialize with each other.
To stay up to date on Sigma Lambda Beta's events throughout the semester, or want to get involved with the fraternity, you can visit their Instagram at Bradley Betas. For BUTV News, I'm Jackson Shaltiel.
Last Friday, February 28th, Bradley University held an unveiling ceremony to celebrate Robert H. Lawrence. Major Lawrence was the first African-American astronaut and was a Bradley graduate in 1952, where he pursued a Bachelor of Science degree. Lawrence was honored with a life-size bronze sculpture outside of Olin Quad, where thousands of students walk by each day. The statue, built by Art Department faculty member Fisher Stoles, cost $175,000, and Bradley University exceeded that goal by raising $225,000. According to 25 News, Bradley interim president Jonathan Michael said the extra money will go towards the Major Lawrence Scholarship, which is available to students majoring in chemistry or biochemistry. BUTV News' Adalia Young will be featuring a story with more information on the Lawrence statue after spring break.
The honorable women of the organization Women Who Empower provides music, food, and comfort to other women at Bradley University at their picnic on the quad.
Most hiring algorithms would scream me out.
Some bosses couldn't see me as a leader.
Over the weekend, Women Who Empower hosted their annual picnic to meet new women on campus and have everyone engage in activities and games, all in a safe and comfortable space. The president of Women Who Empower speaks with BUTV News about the meaning behind the organization. She highlights the importance of our Bradley women here on campus and the goal to support each other.
Women Who Empower is an organization that caters to the women on campus, just to have a community, a safe space, just to empower women on campus.
Women Who Empower host their third annual picnic to encourage women on campus to indulge in different foods, participate in interactive games, and get to know other females on campus, all while relaxing in a non-judgmental environment.
And it's basically where we gather around, have fun, play games, music, food, just to get to know each other, so that we have some members to talk to.
The women of the organization introduce games to the students that require everyone to interact with each other and get to know some unfamiliar faces. This event allowed women to express their thoughts, feelings, and some secrets that was kept within the event.
My favorite thing about today was the activity that we did, where we went and wrote sticky notes, wrote something very empowering to another person, and we gave it to them, and just seeing all the smiling faces when everybody was receiving the notes.
Women Who Empower would love to see more women attend their events and engage with them to show interest in joining the organization.
We are very inclusive and very welcoming, so just show up.
To learn more about the organization and upcoming events, informationals, and who the leaders are, follow them on social media.
We have our Instagram, which is the @WWE_BradleyU.
For BUTV News, I'm Autumn Buckner.
After the break, Avishii gives us a glimpse of the future forecast.
And Cassie reveals some cast members of Shrek 5.
Most hiring algorithms would scream me out.
Some bosses couldn't see me as a leader.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
I've been running code as long as I've been able to reach a keyboard.
This is what I do. It's second nature for me, coordinating 100 details at once.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
I sold them on my skills.
You gotta be so good they can't ignore you.
My magic is
analytics and empathy. That's how I'm getting clients. You have to have the confidence in yourself to show up and defy the odds.
I'm more than who I am on paper.
I never got a college degree. And today, I'm the CEO of my own company. People want to tell me I'm one in a million, when actually I'm one of millions. Stars are all around us. It's time for them to shine.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how's sketches, baby? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes, look at that. You didn't turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, Backpack Kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on.
To the left. To the right. Let's go.
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit talkaboutVaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
So I don't know about you guys, but I thought it was finally getting warm. I thought we were finally there, and then today it was snowing outside. I was like, this is
It
ridiculous.
was awful walking here. I
Right.
was so sad.
I thought it was gonna be sunny, it was gonna be warm. I had my half shirt on, but then I look outside yesterday and then it was raining and it was still raining today. It was crazy. Do you think the weather has been playing tricks with us?
Absolutely.
100%.
While the weather seems to be having playing tricks with us, let's see how the campus looked like today. It was a really gloomy day today. The day started with the rain from last night, and I believe that it was really cold this morning. I believe that it was really hard for the students to be waking up early on a rainy day to attend our class. Now moving on to the radar map. Today the temperature was sitting in about the highest of 51 degrees and the lowest of 30 degrees. But it actually felt like 17 degrees today. Now going off onto the temp maps. While we expected warm temperature this week, the weather seems to be playing games with us. Temperature in the area seems to be getting really low these past few days. We're not near the spring weather, but at least we're near the spring break. Moving forward, let's take a look at the 5-year forecast for this week. It seems like we're having a sunny week ahead. With a rainy day this Friday, the week seems to be taking an amazing turn this week. With the temperature sitting at the highest of 62 degrees and the lowest of 27 degrees, I hope all of you have a great week ahead. And moving on forward with the entertainment news with Cassie.
Thanks, Avishi. It's a relief to be knowing that the weather might be getting better. And good news, there's a ton of good media stuff this week, from movies to games. So let's get right into it. The pilot animatic for the new indie cartoon, Pretty Please, I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl, finally aired on YouTube on February 28th. The story follows the magical girl Aika's desire to be a normal student, while almost everyone else tries to get in her way. The show has some big names attached to it, with the creator being Kiana Consmith, a storyboard artist and director for Disney TV, and some of the voice actors having played roles on Madoka Magica, the Pokemon anime, Sailor Moon, and Danganronpa. The pilot has already amassed over 1 million views on YouTube, leaving many to wonder if the pilot will get a sequel. For those who love the idea of power washing, but really aren't huge fans of how mundane it can be, the game Power Wash Simulator, which is exactly what it sounds like, released a Wallace and Gromit expansion pack yesterday. For $8, if you already own the base game, players can clean the house and kitchen of Wallace and Gromit, as well as multiple other places and vehicles from it. The pack joins a variety of other downloadable content made for Power Wash Simulator in the past, such as a Shrek-themed one and a SpongeBob-themed one. Speak of the devil and he will come. The cast of Shrek 5 the movie was announced just a week ago on the 27th, earning almost 11 million views on YouTube. Just as expected, Mike Myers is returning as Shrek, Eddie Murphy is coming back as Donkey, and Cameron Diaz as Princess Fiona. What's new, though, is Zendaya likely playing Felicia, Shrek's teenage daughter. Besides that, little is known about the movie besides that it will release during Christmas of 2026, so we can only hope it will not be another Shrek the Third. So, opinions on the new Shrek trailer?
Let me tell you, a lot of people online are hating it for the memes. I don't care about that. It's the animation style that is getting to me here. It's so untruthful to Shrek.
You're so passionate.
I'm very passionate.
But one thing's for sure with the Shrek movie, you know the soundtrack is going to be phenomenal.
Oh, absolutely. Well, coming up, a look at what the club Fighting Pretty has been up to.
And an interview with a student content creator.
wonder if you know that I want the best for you. That I know what you're going through. I know things aren't easy, but you still show up. I wonder if you know that we can get help. That we don't have to go through this alone. Let's see how far we can go. Love your mind.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Food can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Lights, camera, content. Whether we're scrolling, snapping, or streaming, content creation has become a part of our daily lives, turning everything from your morning coffee to your evening scroll into opportunities for creativity, connection, and entertainment. August Boyd, a junior at Bradley University, is here to share some insight on the art of content creation and his journey as a content creator.
Hi.
Hi, I'm so glad you're here.
I'm glad to be here.
If you could tell me, what inspired you to start content creating?
So when I was young, I was always into video games as a kid, and when I got in like my first console, I was absolutely obsessed with it. And I grew up watching YouTubers perform and play, and I thought that I'd really like to do that.
Yeah.
So I kind of stopped as a kid, and then I picked it back up my freshman year, and I've just stuck with it ever since.
What kind of content do you create?
So I mainly kind of do esports, which is like competitive gaming, but I've also done like variety where I'll play like Minecraft with my sisters or Among Us with my friends and things like that. So
how do you get over the obstacles of like creative block and things like that?
So usually, because that actually is a great question, because I tend to have that a lot actually. I'll always take a step back rather than trying to force myself to make something that's appealing to others. I want to make sure that I like my content first.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I also use inspiration from the friends that I have also made for my streaming.
How do you find the balance between work and class and creating?
I wish that I could tell you that I have it all balanced, but I honestly don't. And that's kind of really what it is, though. Like, you kind of just have to adapt really to the days that are bad and then just enjoy the days that are good. But I'm making it work, so.
So what kind of content creators do you look up to?
So one content creator that really speaks to mine is going to be Nadeshot. He's a content creator that originated in Chicago, and he's really made a name for himself in the esports community, and he even made an organization called 100 Thieves that picks up content creators and esports players as a whole, and I think it's really cool.
Wow. What is your ultimate goal or dream as a content creator?
Something I really want to be, or something I aspired to be as a kid and I'm chasing now, is I really want to be a competitive esports player. I want to go to the big stages and lands and compete against other high-level players.
What kind of tools or platforms do you usually use in order to make your content?
So when it comes to making my content, I'll usually get all of my VODs from Twitch and I'll make those highlights, and then I'll kind of either convert those. So I'll use like Premiere Pro, or I'll use CapCut in order to kind of like edit and then like kind of make it how I want to, and then I just post it on all my socials.
Awesome. If you could give anyone starting out some kind of advice about content creating, what would you say to them?
I would say that you should really find something that works for you rather than for other people, because there's always going to be something out there for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. If you could quickly tell people, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitch at Augie009, and you can also find me on Instagram at Augie949.
Thank you so much, Delaney.
As midterms are quickly approaching, an organization on campus has been prepping for a busy couple of weeks. Let's take a look and see what Fighting Pretty has been up to.
Fighting Pretty is a nonprofit organization that helps empower women and all people battling cancer and makes them feel more beautiful and strong about themselves. The organization's social media chairman, Hannah Piggott, spoke about the purpose of Fighting Pretty.
The purpose of Fighting Pretty is to give things to women to make them feel better about themselves and know that they aren't going through this battle of cancer alone, and they have people supporting them and who know they will get through it.
The organization hosts events every other week in the Beck, where they will create crafts and other items to give to students. Last week, they hosted an event for their parade this month.
Today's meeting, we prepped for our Make It Count March fundraiser, so we made tags for ducks, which we give out as lucky duckies during midterm season. We made pins to pass out during the St. Patrick's Day parade we will be participating in, and we decorated posters for that parade as well.
Fighting Pretty is a unique organization on campus considering their purpose. Piggott touched on what makes the organization important on this campus.
Fighting Pretty is important on Bradley's campus because whether we know it or not, there are a lot of people around Bradley who are battling cancer or know people battling cancer, so it's important to make them know that we are there for them no matter what.
For more information on upcoming events that Fighting Pretty plans to host, follow them on Instagram at fightingpretty_Bradley. For BUTV News, I'm Jackson Sheltiel.
Micah Gatewood will have your Bradley basketball updates after the break.
And what you need to know about Bradley's placement in the Missouri Valley Conference.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
It's important to get a flu shot each and every year because flu viruses are constantly changing and immunity from the vaccine decreases over time. Flu vaccines are updated annually to work against that year's viruses. The best time to get your shot is in the fall, but getting it later can still help. Getting a flu shot lowers your risk of getting sick, and if you do happen to get flu, it's likely to be less severe.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
It's kind of sad that basketball season's ending. It was a great season for the Braves, both men's and women's basketball.
Definitely bittersweet. I know senior night was this weekend for both of them, so definitely nice to see, but also sad.
Yeah, it is sad. But anyway, good evening, everyone, and welcome to BUTV Sports. I'm Mikey Gatewood, and let's get right into it. Coming off of a close loss to Valparaiso, the Braves look to bounce back against UIC on Senior Day. Ellie McDermott banks in a layup off the cut in the middle, while Salil Barnes knocks down a fadeaway jumper off a hop step. For UIC, Christina Alou knocks down one of her 5 threes, leading the team with scoring 15 points. However, it wasn't enough as the Braves prosper over the Dragons 65-54, honoring the loyal Braves seniors. For men's basketball, the Braves shine in their final few games, with one being last Wednesday's matchup when the Braves went away to play against Valparaiso. The Braves were very dominant inside the paint, scoring at will with an efficient 50%. Not only that, 4 Bradley players excelled scoring in double digits, with Darius Hannah driving 22 points. Though the Beacons shot well overall with 44.6%, the Braves prevailed over the Beacons 76-65. Moving on, the Braves stayed home to compete against Northern Iowa. In this game, the Braves shot very well from the field with 48.1% from inside the paint and 44% from beyond the arc. The Panthers, on the other hand, had a very rough night, shooting 37.5% in the paint and an abysmal 28.6% from beyond the arc. The Braves bested the Panthers 73-56, with Zeke Montgomery leading the way with 13 points. With this win, this puts the Braves into the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament as the 2nd seed. Finally, congratulations to Zeke Montgomery, who surpassed 1,000 points. And congrats to Coach Brian Wardle, who gained his 100th Missouri Conference Valley win, wrapping up this regular season play with his 10th season on the hilltop.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to the tournament this weekend, and I could not be more excited. I go every year, and I honestly think we have a really good shot this year.
I really do think we have a shot to make it to March Madness. I literally was talking with Zeke Montgomery earlier, and he was very excited, and he was like, we're just going to do what we do and hopefully go to the tournament and win. So.
Wow. That'll be exciting to see this weekend. But for right now, after the break, we'll take a look at a couple upcoming campus events.
And a musical performance you won't want to miss.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Let's take a look at some upcoming campus events. Mike Check is hosting an open mic night tomorrow, March 6th in the Student Center Ballroom. Stop by between 7 and 9 p.m. for a variety of live poetry and music. On March 7th from 5 to 7 p.m., the Caribbean Student Association is putting on a flag-making social. Students of all backgrounds are encouraged to come create a flag they feel represents themselves. Interested in balancing your workout routine? Stop by Markin 201 to improve your flexibility and muscle strength. This event will take place from 12 to 12:50 p.m. on March 11th.
What are we all looking forward to this week?
I mean, the tournament, like I said, I don't want to sound like a broken record. But.
Yeah. Open mic, most definitely. That was great. I love that.
Well, that's it for BUTV News this week. I'm Jack Rake.
I'm Mikey Gatewood.
I'm Cassie Maxwell.
I'm Elvishi Pond.
And I'm Delaney Giles. We leave you tonight with a performance from Rachel Coker. Have a great night.
Thursday morning and I'm running late. Tonight I'm gonna have a new place to stay. I'm ready for the weekend for a getaway, but my car broke down 164 miles away. Okay, that's not cool. A new battery and a new attitude. Is someone gonna feed me? 'Cause I need some food. New ETA is 1:30 a.m. But then all of a sudden my red car decided to break down again. come on. I'm saying my